this is a key moment. This really profoundly changed the way I think about design and what design can do. Factories making things. The mandate of those companies was to use wood and vine and cane sustainably, to offer alternatives to rainforest logging. The world I came from, which was just beginning to discuss these things, it existed. And yet, these companies had no access to markets. I started to rethink how designers could work in the developing world, so that the developing world wasn't just an outsourcing for manufacturers and corporations. It wasn't a branch plant where you went to take advantage of cheap labor. This started to hatch the idea how I could bring them all along with me. It is utterly perplexing. It is an incredibly culturally rich place. And yet it exists in complete and utter chaos and grinding poverty. I'm a designer who works all over the world with small enterprises, communities, indigenous groups on product development projects. A lot of my projects have really been focused on redefining the developing world as actually a source of both inspiration and design. Haiti is a strongly established handicraft sector, which is integral to the history, culture, politics, and economics of the place. So nowhere else have I worked has this been quite as clear as it is here in Haiti. People don't expect places like Haiti to have design. I like it when that happens. I like people to be surprised.
My wife came back and said, well, we have to do something. And she said, well, why not do something with the bottles that we can send back to the people who sent us the bottles. And the bracelets project came in. She made the first one in paper mache, raw paper mache, and I told her, listen, why don't we do something with newspaper? We have the pictures outside and the text inside. She said, yes. The concept is we're sending back the gift you sent to us in art form with news of Haiti. The pictures and the news inside.
Brilliant.
And
what actually is great about them is kind of randomness, and it was up to the people who are making them to choose what's going on them, and that's really the beauty of them.
1,300 people working in camps doing this. They came in, they learned how to do it, they went back into camps, and after the project, we even hired some of the people from the camps because they were so good.
It's just, the whole thing is really brilliant. I mean, I just think that speaks volumes about the kind of company this is. Over time, these projects have gotten more complex, bigger and bigger. New Caribbean Design is a region-wide initiative, all focused on developing product, building infrastructure, building logistics for companies to have a direct viaduct into markets. The Haiti project is the most recent, and it has the advantage of all of that past trial and error, that past experience being brought to bear on it. It has two funding agencies, both connected to CETA, so it's a Canadian government economic development project. And those two agencies are Brand Aid, founder Cam Broman, and Trade Facilitation Office of Canada.
So these are some new samples.
I think you're onto something there. I really do
Think so?
like this. I love
Yeah.
this. I love the hair, the sisal
That's
too.
sisal.
Yeah.
And it's paper mache mask covered with tobacco leaf. I got him to sign it in the back, the
Good.
main.
I love the sisal.
Yeah. You know, Haiti was the biggest producer of sisal in the world
Really? What happened?
in the mid-20th century, when nylon.
Oh, yeah. Paper mache was originally used to make very elaborate, very political carnival masks, and that's a tradition for many centuries. Today, there's a number of artisan producers working in paper mache. I see where you are now.
I am okay.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Jean-Paul Sylvain, he makes vases and bowls and then covers them with tobacco leaves. Tobacco used to be an export crop in Haiti, but of course this is long past now. So I think actually they're quite brilliant products in many ways. Sometimes you're designing brand new products with them, and sometimes you're just looking at what they do and saying, if we just made this a little bit bigger and used a single natural dye on this would be a great product. And so there's a whole range of ways that you can work with people.
Merci, mamie.
The local designers I'm working with, Hansi Duvivier and Cassandra Mayhew, they're on-the-ground people who already have relationships with many of these communities, many of these manufacturers. They're trained designers. There's going to be a point where you're going to leave, and the only way to really build in sustainability is to build in design process. And so local designers are essential to that. Hansi's also been instrumental with one of the groups, the Peace Quilts Group, Textile Cooperative.
This started on July 15th.
Found it. And the name is embroidered in this. It's a real privilege to work with these groups. It's really what's very exciting about it. And I really view all of these activities as a real exchange. You know, I think that the designer's world really has to shift. Designers cannot keep pumping out senseless products with tiny iterations that, you know, can be sold cheaply, and we can't keep outsourcing to the developing world. I mean, we can't use the developing world as one giant branch plant. It's disgusting, basically. Globalization doesn't just mean the affluent north gets to go anywhere they want in the whole world and get their products made. To me, globalization means that everybody should have a fair shot at the market. We're looking at building economic capacity so that these initiatives in one form or another can become sustainable over time and really give a living wage to people. All develop concepts. Hansi and Cassandra will supply concepts. All the companies will work on things, and slowly but surely, you know, we'll come to something. Can't really tell you how it's going to go. I think it's going to go in a very interesting way. There's a beauty to it that I'm not sure I've seen elsewhere. That is contrasted with such a devastated country. It makes it even more profound for me. is quite moving. Speaks to a kind of indomitable spirit. Had plans to do with another metalworking company that was part of the assessment, Intex Designs. Is this an ethical business from the point of view that they pay regularly? Equal numbers of men and women employed in the factories, or the use of indigenous materials. It's not necessary that everybody meets every single criteria, but are they open to, growing or developing in some way? Quatabouquet used to be a blacksmith village. I still, in a weird way, have that sense of constant hammering, and it kind of has the heat just because of where you are. Quatabouquet is actually on the project as a community. And as we began the prototyping process, this product line will expand. The artisan we're working with now, he's working on a set of bowls.
This is good because this dimension and this are the same.
He's doing a beautiful job on these stools. They're working with recycled oil drum, which is a kind of a difficult material to make a three-dimensional object with. And he's really wrestled it into submission.
The handle is too big and it's not straight. So it's just size and the way they're made are the best ones.
You're really working to show them their own astounding history and to pull out of them the capacity to make these new kinds of objects. He's a very creative guy. He's very quick and ready, lots of ideas. And so, I think he'd be a great partner in this, actually.
Monsieur de Rossier is also a voodoo priest, and he's taking us to see his Voodoo Temple.
Non, c'est.
On peut venir? Oui? We can come in? It's beautiful.
This is my first time. So ici, t'es organisé cérémonie, tout le monde.
Oui.
Grand Esprit. This is the highest spirit.
Yeah.
So this is where they meet. It's like a congregation basically. They
Yes.
meet here.
Yes.
And, each row has
Et
it's
avec
for
là,
a different spirit.
nous sommes capables de descendre regarder en bas. Pas de problème.
He wants us to go sit downstairs.
Donc, on descend.
Okay.
On va allumer,
See?
hein.
The bad spirit is downstairs, and he wants to take us down there. Down. We're a little scared. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm okay because I'm with you, so I know I'll be okay.
Puis il sous l'île chita. Donc les m'relil. Parfois les m'a font travail faut m'relil, mettre pédale. Les mettre pédale sous chaise pour chita.
This is the kind of thing that I find really inspiring. I like being in territory unknown to me. It's such a privilege that people would let you be part of that.
Even though you don't see the spirit, but
Yes.
you will feel
Yes.
something is not natural.
Yes.
It's supernatural
Yes.
in here.
Yes, I can see that. I feel that too.
Artistic practice in Haiti is deeply, deeply connected to voodoo. That has continued to really emerge as a key element in this project. It's really trying to communicate something about this culture to the consumer. The ephemeral nature of what we're talking about that starts to, wind its way through the process. Hopefully, it not only informs, but actually becomes embodied in the products themselves. This is a really essential element to this project. The iron market, which is the main market here in Port-au-Prince, where people come and buy the objects that they use in voodoo rituals, voodoo ceremonies.
When you're initiated into voodoo, this is called a paquet Congo.
Yes.
You make one. Vous faites les initiés, les kanzo, vous faites un paquet Congo pour protéger. And you have them made for you by a priest or a priestess.
Okay.
It contains secret ingredients inside. It's sealed forever.
Yes.
And it's a protective talisman for your initiation, for your life, for life. These are antiques.
Well, they've been found or whatever?
They've been found or sold by people who are desperate for some money, and they sell their sacred objects.
They're paquettes.
They're paquettes. You've got to be very down and out to sell your paquette.
I think that maybe that voodoo offers me one of the means of departure, challenging me to really push my aesthetic. It has an iconography, it has a formal language. And I think that that's always one of the keys for designers, is to understand the formal language of something. Voodoo is essentially about the imagination. It's very essentially about creativity. And I think if I could just get people to understand that, that might change their view of Haiti. Maybe do something constructive around how people view Haiti. An unending view of Haiti as this place where nothing is possible and everything goes wrong. Maybe this kind of a presentation, can help to shift that a little bit. We've developed the concept now of Voodoo Nuvo. We're thinking of it now as a kind of working concept for the entire collection, using the iron market as inspiration. And the kind of variety of work, figures and sequin work and banners, all of which incorporate Christian icons, voodoo icons, things plucked out of contemporary pop culture, all mixed up into this incredible mash of imagination. A collection like Voodoo Nuvo can encompass all of those things.
These are the samples, the first samples starting to really come together. So we're doing bowl collections and also the stools. Oil drum, recycled oil drum. This is just a white transparent finish. Trying to bring down some of the, we don't want to take away the marks because the marks are part of what creates a kind of handcrafted look. This project has really reinvigorated me as a designer. Even though I feel like I'm really settling into this now and I really got a bit of a handle on it, I'm sure at the end I'll feel like I haven't done it justice still, because I always feel that way. And so, and I think for something like this, it will take a long time to really fully do it justice. This has been a very surprising and pretty important and life-changing project.